Alright guys, my name is Gus and welcome back to In Too Deep. On this year's southbound trip, we left Portland, Maine episode 1, made it all the way to Newburyport first night, Block Island the second night where Ethan got his props tangled up on Frosty V.
I'm going in the water.
Then we got his props untangled, made our way through the Long Island Sound to Port Washington, New York, where we spent a wonderful night at anchor, and then made our way down the East River, got some fuel, and headed back offshore. After we fueled up in New York City, we headed right offshore and made it to Atlantic City. We spent the night at the Golden Nugget and then headed back offshore early in the morning, headed for Chincoteague, Virginia. We made it to Chincoteague in the dark. It was a tricky channel, and then again, headed back out early in the morning for Norfolk, Virginia. That night, Ethan got robbed in Portsmouth.
When I woke up this morning, my dinghy was missing in action.
He got his dinghy back, but we had to leave there, so we went straight to Great Bridge. We went through the lock in the rain, also in the dark, and then made our way straight into the Virginia Cut. From there, we proceeded with some beautiful ICW cruising until we made it to Belhaven, which is where this video picks up right now. Bella, do you copy? Got you loud and clear, Frost. How we doing?
Dude, when was the last time you Googled yourself?
It's been a while. Why?
I just looked up my name. There's so much information out there. I don't want people knowing I was a very, very mediocre swimmer in high school.
Yeah, we all knew you was a mediocre swimmer. Matter of fact, you wasn't that good on the baseball team.
Oh man, it's not just that. Your full name, your email, your home address, your health records.
Your relatives, it's all out there on the internet, dude.
No shit. Is that why I'm getting so much spam?
Yeah, dude. People are selling your data. That's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests for me.
So all it does is prevent spam?
Well, not just that.
It also protects me from hackers who could use this information to help them access my social media accounts, bank accounts, and all sorts of other sensitive information.
I don't know, man. I haven't been hacked yet.
Well, I get all sorts of other features like a VPN, password management, parental controls for someday when I have kids, identity theft insurance, and more without having to download several different apps. It's really easy to set up, and best of all, I get everything at one affordable price.
But I already use a free VPN.
Oh, Ethan, you naive child.
Not having Aura is like locking the salon door, but leaving your bow hatch wide open. Or like leaving a dinghy on your bow. You saw how that one went. Aura is always on, doing the hard work of keeping me safe so I can focus on all the other tasks with peace of mind.
No way. So do I get a free trial or what?
Of course! I value my privacy, I value yours too. You can go to aura.com/intoodeep and you can start a 2-week trial today. Free trial. Alright guys, in all seriousness, Aura is an all-inclusive cybersecurity and identity theft protection suite. If you have any interest, at least go check it out. You can solve so many problems with just a couple clicks on the web. So with that said, check it out. Thank you guys for all the support. Let's get back to the video. So right now, we are getting ready to enter the Pamlico River, where we will turn to starboard and go up to Washington, North Carolina. Should be fun. Here we are, McCotters, and we're meeting up with Gus's friend Jim. Frosty V is all tied up. It's freaking beautiful out tonight. We're gonna drop the dinghy in a minute here up top. I don't know if you can see it at all, but should be a good time. We are at McCotters Marina. There's Ethan. There's my Ferrari. This boat right here it was mental therapy. I think the new owner stripped the name off of it. But it is a 70-something double cabin Hatteras that I moved like a year ago from Long Island, New York to here. And it's a cool boat. It is cool to see the boat. Not to mention, our friend Jim is here from Maine in his sport fish. This boat right here is a beautiful machine. 58-foot ocean yacht sport fish. Twin 1292 Detroits. How we doing, Jim?
Good morning. How we doing, everybody out there in TV land?
Jim is the absolute man. We hung out last night, went out to dinner, got some drinks, had an absolute blast. But this boat is freaking awesome. He did a really nice job with it. What do you think, Ethan?
I think it's a big boy sporty.
How does it make you feel? Little boy sporty.
It makes me feel like he's got shrinkage.
He's got shrinkage. So now we're gonna get ready to head to Morehead City. Cam is dead on the boat.
Oh, is he slow moving this morning?
He's dead. He didn't even open his door yet.
Really?
Yeah, he's done.
He lost his dinner after he paid for it.
He might have lost his dinner. I was surprised he held on there. So we are getting ready to leave Washington, North Carolina. I'm pulling the anchor up. Oh, I see lots of mud. That sucks. Frosty's over there. Cam's a little, some might call hung today. Little bit to drink last night. Cam! He's alright. We're gonna pull anchor and head back down the Pamlico. Today's destination is Morehead City. We'll go to the same dock I always go to, the Sanitary Fish Market dock. If you eat at the restaurant, you dock for 20 bucks. You can't beat it. What an absolutely beautiful evening. Not to mention, we've got some friends with us. I love it when the friends come to swim with the boat. It's such a wonderful thing. Dolphins are just too cool. They are so cool. Morehead City. Frosty, look at his it looks like his dinghy is inflated. They didn't rip a hole in it when they stole it. Ain't that something? Tons of sport fish boats out here though. Frosty's natural habitat.
Surrounded by big sisters and brothers.
Yeah, he's the old grandpa of the group. Bella's looking pretty. Here it is, little 992 Smoke is getting ready to go. Ethan's dinghy is officially afloat. We got everything back in it, and Ethan's cooking up some fresh 2-smoke gas. Let's see how she runs. She's got the factory edition choke. Start right up. I think it's sick.
Yeah, that was on the other side.
You should see all of them.
I waved to him and he saw
I waved too, he didn't wave back at me.
Not wave back.
That's kind of fucked up, dude.
Different kind of boater.
If he was out there broken down, we'd help him.
Not him. Not anymore. Burn it down.
Is that what it was?
No, it was Bernadette, I think.
There you go.
Give it a little choke. Cam? It's disturbing the peace.
Oh. How we doing today, boys?
We are living the dream. I have shorts on.
Ethan's got shorts on.
Cam and I went for a nice walk around town. Saw some big boy sporties.
They saw some big boy sporties. I stayed back and did some computer work so I can keep you guys entertained, at least to a degree. Yeah, we're back in Morehead City.
My dinghy holds air.
Ethan's dinghy, Rob dinghy holds air. They did not slice it open to get the air out, which is good. But the last time I was on this dock at Morehead City, I had just finished a 56-hour offshore trek from Cape Canaveral, Florida. I was northbound. I must say, it is nice to not be in such a rush to get north and to be on a leisurely trip to get south. So,
Check this out.
no. So, we have some serious weather blowing in over the next couple days. I have a whole slew of things that need to get done. We're gonna go to Charleston. I have to fly from Charleston to Florida for a family event. Ethan's gonna stay back, watch the boats get blown around on anchor. Ethan's now causing himself agony.
Agonizing.
Terrible agony. And yeah, we're gonna go to the sanitary restaurant for lunch. We're gonna pay for our nighttime docking, and we'll go out in the town tonight. It's a Friday night, Morehead City. I think we deserve it. We'll be anchored out in a couple days to deal with this 35-40 knot blow that we're getting, and that'll be an interesting one for the vids for sure. So until then, or until later at least, sayonara.
I don't know. Today is gonna be the best day ever in the world.
Okay.
Bye
now. I should have saw now. Realize what you got to do. I don't believe that everybody feels the way I do about you now. Yeah, hey, play it.
I have had a great time on the trip. I've decided I'm done. That's it for me. I'm done dealing with the boats. I'm going fucking home.
All right. First day, me and Ethan are solo now. Firing up the girls, leaving Morehead City. Oh yeah. Let's go, Frosty.
All right, day 13 or 12-ish. We're running solo, both of us. Big developments.
Big developments. Boats are running.
Boats are warming up a little bit after a day of rest. Filled up yesterday for $3.68 a gallon, which is pretty much free.
Pretty much free. Oh yeah. All right, well, we're gonna get ready to shove off here. I got Bella running. She's cold. So today I think we're gonna get to Mile Hammock Bay. It's what I remember being like the Anchorage park and ride, where you just pull off of the ICW and you're in an Anchorage. So that should be really cool. I think it's only about 36, 37 miles from here. We just got a wonderful breakfast, and today is the first day that I'm solo on my boat, Ethan's solo on his boat. Cam decided to go home. He was ready to go home. Originally, he was going to stay until Myrtle Beach, which is like a day or two from here. But I think he was just ready, so he went yesterday, last night. See you later, Morehead City.
Well, you sitting 7-2?
72. I'm excited to be on the boat alone. I really am. Something about cruising, it's just a wonderful freaking thing. So today we will do some ICW-ing. It should be a nice day. Should be a really nice day. So it is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful day out on the ICW. It is just, the temperature is perfect. It is just a little breezy, super nice. But we have this big blow coming in. 35, 40 knot sustained winds. Essentially, they're gonna roll in tomorrow, die off, reverse direction, and roll back in the next day. We're in a skinny section of the ICW, so it is a necessity to pay attention here. It is 4:30 p.m. Just cruising the ICW. I'm using autopilot when I can, but hand steering a lot of it. This is a pretty shallow situation over here in spots. Need to be really careful. But I will say, we're doing 10.5 knots with whatever current is assisting us through here. I know there's a way to time the tides. I think this is the Cape Fear River, if I am correct. But we are passing Camp Lejeune, and there was a big sign that said, "When flashing, do not proceed live firing." So that's pretty cool. Wasn't flashing, so we proceeded. Frosty's behind me, probably a quarter mile. And tonight is Mile Hammock Bay. It's been a good day of cruising. First solo day. Both of us are solo, and it makes it pretty fun. It makes it interesting. Just us on our friggin' big boats cruising. Looks like there's some massive dredging operation coming up here. So it is getting dark right now. It is 5:02 p.m. and I am at the Onslow Beach Bridge. They're gonna open up for us. Pass on through. There's some nice current in here. And then just over here, we're gonna anchor up in Mile Hammock Bay. morning from Mile Hammock Bay in North Carolina. It is 10:07 a.m. and today is the day that the big blow is coming through. Right now it's about 10 a.m. We got a 25, 23, 25 knots steady. Not too bad yet. It's gonna build to 30. Then it's gonna build to 35. Then it's gonna get dark and die off a little bit. So hopefully our anchors hold, because I've read many reports of very bad holding here in Mile Hammock Bay. But so far, I mean, I backed down on my anchor and she held, so we'll see what happens. So it is breakfast time on the boat. Wind is really starting to pick up now. Ethan's over there in the old Sporty, the old Jersey. She looks to be hooked up nice in the ground. I think I'm hooked up pretty good. And it is time for breakfast. So we're gonna do some cleaning up in the boat today, but first, breakfast time. Had some old salad that was going bad, so it's like a spring mix. So I'm gonna steam that down. I'm gonna turn it into a hell of an omelet, maybe throw some bacon on there. I don't know, we'll see what happens. So what we have right here is an omelet with bacon, all of that salad stuff, eggs, tiny bit of Parmesan cheese. Good to go. So the storm is just starting to really blow now. It's cranking. Ethan's over there on Frosty doing something with his anchor. Wow. The wind is absolutely cranking. This might be some of the strongest winds I've ever anchored in. Look at my bridle lifting all the way out. That's 200 feet of chain, 250 feet of chain in 10 feet of water. Frosty's over there, he's doing good. He just let out some more road. But the wind is cranking. All right, we got a situation over here. Frosty is dragging. I don't know what's going on right now, but he's driving around. Shit, Frosty, shit. Come on, back it right into the wind. I'm gonna get some phone footage because it's gonna be closer, and there's nothing I can do here to help him. There's nothing I can do. It's freaking windy out here. Frosty's dragging anchor. He's backing into the wind, which is perfect. He has to, because he's got all his road out. It's just him on his boat, and he has no choice but to back into the wind. But he's got the boat into the wind now, which is good. He's still got all his line out. I wish there was something I could do to help him, but if my boat starts dragging right now, the wind is getting pretty freaking bad. Oh, he caught something right there. I wonder if he's got the room to swing around. If I were him, I'd run downstairs, I'd pull in a bunch of that road, I'd let him catch back up on anchor. It is bad out here. Sounds like he's running full tilt in reverse. I really hope my anchor holds. I really hope my anchor holds. Come on, Frosty. He looks like he's doing all right now. All right, well, I'm gonna keep a close eye and see if there's anything I can do to possibly help him. All right, it looks like Frosty got his boat tied up or on the wall over there, so that's good that at least he can't drag into shallow water now. Hopefully it's not too shallow there. Boat's definitely still floating. Might not be a bad idea for me to set my fenders up on the starboard side just in case I need to do the same thing if my anchor starts dragging. Although we got a couple nice gusts and I didn't move yet, so I guess we'll see. But I'm glad that he got the boat. I'm very glad he got the boat on that wall. And that he didn't, I don't think he got his lines caught up in the props. I'll talk to him here shortly after he's done doing his thing, I'm sure.
I started dragging, and you know, after I let out some road, it was still dragging a bit. And I was getting uncomfortably close to this pier thing, so I thought I could drag my hardware back out to a little more free space, but it's set up really well as I was backing.
I saw that.
Away,
I saw that.
And it wasn't having it, and it wanted me to be here. So I got all the fenders out, and I would rather be on anchor, but I think this is fine.
Any damage?
I don't think so. I got just my rub rail took a little jump to that concrete, but that's what it's there for.
Nothing stuck in the props?
Oh, no.
Good. That's what I was worried about. I was like, get that ass end into the wind. And you did. Wow, it's picking up now, dude. Jesus.
Yeah, my anchor is still out. It's actually holding my bow off the dock.
Somehow, some way, I'm holding. I haven't budged yet. I fired up my engines and warmed them up just in case.
Yeah.
You know, rather have them warm and ready. Now that you're safely on the dock, why don't you yak your way on over?
You think I can yak in this shit?
Yeah, dude!
Not a chance I can sit there.
Dude, hop on that. You would absolutely get here. Hop on that yak, get the oar cranking.
Get the what?
Get your oar cranking.
I said, when was the last time you went outside? Go stand in this and tell me you think I can yak across.
Alright, I'll go stand in it right now. Hold on. Jesus, dude, I can't barely even stand on the bow. I'm getting blown off the bow. I can't imagine how much pressure is on my anchor right now. Those are my frog togs. I can't believe my anchor's holding. It's blowing pretty good out here. Frosty's making the trek on his dinghy. How are you doing, Frosty?
It's wet in a
Oh, you got frog togs too. Look at that Johnson. Holy crap. That thing is going.
Oh yeah, what is that?
Holy crap. So the
Blowing, boys.
it's blowing. So you got safely secured to the wall, little anchor drag action, nothing too major.
Yeah, fortunately I had somewhere to tie up. I got all of the fenders out right now, and my anchor is still set, holding my bow off the hard stuff. But man, nice little chop in the harbor here. I'm kind of wet outside.
Well, here we are. It's breezy on Bella.
I think we've hit the peak.
Whoa. Jesus.
It's like a guitar string.
Jesus.
The big blow. Should I launch the dinghy?
Probably not a good idea. We got the Jenny going and the heat and the AC going on this wonderful afternoon. I'm gaining confidence in my ground tackle. We're pretty well planted here. That's my Good morning from Mile Hammock Bay. Second morning at Mile Hammock. Survived the storm. Last night I did a 360. I was worried the anchor was gonna slip a little bit and let me drift into the very close to me shallow water. probably 100 feet off of the shallow section there. But still a little breezy, not too bad. Woke up for the shift of wind and checked it out, and all was good. Frosty's over there anchor dealing of some nature, and the plan was to leave at 9, so we're getting ready to get out of here now. I'm going to coffee it up right now. I'm gonna check my oil, then I'm gonna start my engines. We'll be good to go. Today we are getting back in the ICW and heading for Southport through the ICW. Southport, North Carolina, I believe. I know that's like at the border or close to the border, but yeah, and then tomorrow we'll be offshore. It'll be nice enough. Sweet. Survived the storm. No dragging, no crap. Bella did great. I am underway, cruising 2200 RPM to catch up to Big Frost. He couldn't sit in the wind, so he had to get in the ICW and make some way. I got my deck all cleaned up. There was so much mud on the anchor chain. I just had to clean it off before sending it to my locker. So we're underway now, doing good, running hard. Engines are staying cool. I never run it this hard, so it's probably good for it. There is not a cloud in the sky today. It's a really good day of cruising, and the wind is still cranking. However, it's going to let up. But I thought this was really cool. Look at this house on the point. It's a lone house on the point over here. Looks like it's set up about 10 feet in elevation, so they can't get destroyed too bad. That's freaking cool. That is a cool house. Wow. One of the fun parts about cruising the ICW is just getting to see all of the cool houses and the scenery that you normally wouldn't see, you know, just boating out in the ocean. So there's been a couple questionably shallow areas, but when you're on top of it, you're on top of it. So today Frosty's out in front of me. I've been slowly closing on him. So today is Southport, and tomorrow is offshore, hopefully. I think the weather's gonna be good, so. Doing some bridge waiting. We got Frosty on the helm. All right, so we just came under the bridge. The Three Islands Bridge, I think. And Frosty said that he just lost one of his drives. His engine's running and the boat won't go in gear starboard side. So he's running down there to take a look right now real quick, see if it's obvious. Is there going to be fluid everywhere or what the deal is? And then we'll proceed. We'll figure out, you know, how to proceed with the problem. Hopefully it's just a matter of him putting fluid in there. Hopefully. Alright, we're gonna put Frosty into tow here because he thinks he needs to put fluid in his transmission, and just think it'd be easier, I guess, to put him in tow. So drag us along slowly once he pulls up here. Alright, so we just came through the Figure 8 Island Bridge here in North Carolina on the Intracoastal. Ethan lost forward gear on his starboard engine. Well, he lost all propulsion forward and reverse on his starboard engine. And then the shift cable came off the port engine, so I'm not sure how he got a hold of it, but he got an anchor down, and I anchored out right in the channel too, just to, or sort of tried to get out of the channel, but he's downstairs messing around with it. Come to find out, it's a little bit of an issue. The bolt in the coupler, bolt that holds the coupler to the output shaft came out, and this happened to the other side. So we did this side preventatively and replace the seal because the seal looked just old as hell. And it was starting to seep. So that bolt came out again. So this is very not good. Hopefully the seal's not destroyed. If it is, he's gonna have to find a seal somewhere. Alright, so here's the deal. Frosty's coupler bolt snapped in the output shaft of the transmission, so his coupler fell right off, and it's what some might call catastrophic. However, I think we'll be able to fix it. So he's gonna run on one for now. We're gonna get out of here and we're gonna go from there. Hopefully he's not in the channel. So the sun is getting ready to go down. Frosty's been running on one engine all day, and I just entered this cut. I will post name of cut right here because I forget what the name is, and there's a lot of current in here, so I can't exactly go look at it right this second, but it is a pretty cool cut. It's very rocky, sandy. It's cool. I remember coming through here in the Albin with Adam. When we get into Southport tonight, probably be after dark. Definitely will be after dark. Gonna take a really good look at Frosty's running gear and figure out if there's any way we can fix that coupler. I'm thinking it's fixable. I'll fix it. Or Frosty will fix it. We'll fix it. So it is about 5:45 right now on December 18th, 2023. We are approaching Southport. Me and Bella are we, and Frosty is back there somewhere running on one engine because of the little transmission problem, but we have a very nice current helping us in here. Look at how cool that is, the reflection on the windshield. It is so nice out. So, we're gonna anchor in Southport tonight, and tomorrow I think we're gonna go offshore. So, I think regardless of Frosty's transmission problems, I think we're going offshore to get to Charleston, because I need to fly out of Charleston for a day to go to my grandmother's funeral. Yeah. So, all is good otherwise, and Southport, here we come. About 8 miles out. Good morning from Southport, North Carolina. It is a beautiful day. Frosty's over there pulling his anchor up. It's about 7:30, 7:45 in the morning. 7:45. And December 19th. Today we're going offshore. Frosty has one engine. Doesn't sound like a good idea. However, the weather has finally calmed down. It's going to be beautiful for the next 2 days. And we need to make it to Charleston. So here's the deal. We're gonna try and go offshore. We're gonna try and get to Charleston because on the 21st, I need to fly out of Charleston just for one day. That's gonna give Ethan 2 days and safe harbor and a lot of places in Charleston where he can get his boat fixed. Well, he can source the pieces that he needs to fix his boat himself, because we don't hire people to fix our boats. We fix our boats ourselves. Because if we did, we couldn't afford to do this shit. So Frosty's over there pulling his anchor up right now. And he's gonna come tie right behind me. I'm gonna take a look at what's going on and we're gonna go from there. All right, the big Frostinator is gonna pull up RQ. I'm gonna grab the tow line. Slow, reverse, reverse. Bella. There's Frosty. Jeez, it's chilly, huh? Huh? That's all right, Frost. All right, I'm gonna get this tied off to Bella. All right. Do you think we can somehow come together? And then I can hop on.
You want me to drive onto it? Or we want to try and...
I think you can pull in. Wind died down big time. It got chopped last night for a while, huh? I couldn't see you. I was a little worried, but I'm like, yeah, he'll call me if he needs me. Good holding here. I don't even have that much chain out, and I was freaking solid. All right, that's good. Frosty, good morning.
Top of the morning.
Phew. All right, so we are going to diagnose a couple things here. Well, not diagnose. I think we've already diagnosed. But
Been diagnosed.
we're going to look at a couple things here. Since Frosty's on one engine, fuel is obviously a concern. We're going to see if there's a way to transfer from one tank to the other. As of this moment, it appears that there is not. We're going to find out. Wow.
We look like a homeless shelter down here.
The what?
I'm gonna do the full run today. To Charleston.
We can always bail out to Georgetown if it's terrible.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to get it done.
It would be super nice to get it done.
Because then you have
but we're
extra
already-
days.
We're already late start. Yeah, let's.
We're going to pull in at dark anyway, so.
Yeah.
So we're down in the bilge of Frosty right now, and we're going to check out what's going on with this transmission here. The flange bolt snapped right in the output shaft.
All right. Gus is getting real cozy up in Frosty's bilge. We're making some effort to try and free up the remnants of the bolt without disassembly. Poor Frosty's bilge. It's oily right after I got it all cleaned up from the last time, which is unfortunate, but the least of my problems at the moment.
I'm just amazed at the way that snapped. All right, so we are out of the anchorage in Charleston, and we're underway in Southport, not Charleston. Heading out of the Southport Inlet. Frosty's on one engine still, and I must say, Ethan's doing great for given the circumstances and these high pressure scenarios. Last night we're driving around in the wind in the dark, and I'm impressed. He's really doing well. He's been navigating his boat flawlessly, driving it on one engine, no problem. He can frickin' run a boat. He can run a boat. And yeah, he's killing it. He's killing it. We're still making way, even one engine, this, that, all these problems, and he's on it. Staying collected. Good shit, Ethan. Little days update. It's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Been cruising through the ocean all day. It's been a wonderful day. Frosty is about 2 miles behind me. He's still on one engine, but he is doing just fine. And yeah, I think he's hand steering all this, so. Destination for tonight is Charleston, South Carolina. It's gonna be a late one. It's a 125 nautical mile day. We should be getting in there, I'd say around 1:30 in the morning. And all is good. Sun's getting ready to go down. It's looking like about 7 hours of nighttime travel. So I've been running my port side engine on my forward tank and my starboard side engine on my aft tank for a while. The generator runs off of the forward tank only. So what I'm gonna do now is go downstairs and switch to my aft tank to run both engines off the aft.
how good the charge air coolers work, the after coolers. They cool the charge air down to like cold temperatures. It's nuts. Especially at the speeds I run. Slow speeds. I mean, I've been running at 1300 RPM all day long. That's like extreme light work for these engines. As you can see, it was way more sporty earlier. It's not bad now. I love being on the ocean. It is just such a wonderful, wonderful thing. Like, you can't beat it. Might be able to see Frosty way off in the distance. My doors came out reasonably nice. Well, I don't know how good you can see right now, but it is 12:40 a.m. and we just made it to Charleston. I'm anchored up. Frosty's pulling in right now. We made it. Frosty made it all the way here on one engine. Holy crap. Let's go give Frosty a call on the radio. Frosty, you made it here on one engine.
Dude, that was a good run.
That's freaking, dude, good job. Hand steering, that is good shit.
Thank you, thank you.
There's Frost! There he is!
That's a good run, baby.
Wow, dude. That's a good old 671 right there. My anchor's set up pretty nicely here. Well, cool. That is that, and I'm going to bed. I am going to bed now.
Gus is on hold with the marina. We are paying for dock space for the first time this trip, so while Gus goes home and I can try and manage repairs. So
Yes, all right, so we had a wonderful evening last night. Well, a good night's sleep, I should say. Here in Charleston, anchored right in front of the USS Yorktown. Right now we are going to a marina because I want to put my boat on a dock for when I fly out, and I think it's worth it. So I'm gonna pull the anchor up right now. Frosty's already up. We're gonna get our way on there. Just right around the bend over here is, I think it's called Ashley River Marina, maybe? Safe harbor was full. This is the world's nicest feature. Windlass control on the bridge. So nice. As is Charleston. Charleston is very nice as well. Anchor came out nice and clean. Look at that. Off we go. Forward. Throttle. And we're off.
all right, so we made it. We're all hooked up.
This is the coupler.
It couples to the shaft there, which has got a pipe wrench on it to keep it from freewheeling. So this plate drops in here. This guy drops in there, keeps the whole output flange held in. This guy decided it didn't want to play anymore. All right, tranny has been disassembled. We are in the workshop.
We got it down in my engine room because it's warm in here and there's plenty of light. That's that's a snapped output shaft bolt.
Yeah, so this is the output shaft assembly, and that bolt holds it all together. Hopefully we can get this out with tools on board and we won't have to go see a professional.
Something bad happened here, Ethan.
Oh, that bolt is, isn't it? Stick a pinky in there and see if the threads are juiced.
No, the threads don't look that bad. You know what looks like what happened? It looks like somehow, some way you cross-threaded it in there.
Alright, the magic man has successfully, we have extracted.
Look at that. That right there.
So we drilled a couple.
We just brought her down to the magic room. You know, you bring anything in the magic room and you get magical on the floor
You
and
say some nice words to the parts. But
magic happens.
We put a couple consecutively larger holes in there, drove this this punch down in there, and put an adjustable on the punch and it backed right out, which is fantastic news. Clearly something went wrong with the threads on there, but it looks like the threads on the part itself are
The threads
still
inside of this are perfect. I'm
in
looking
good
at them.
shape.
There's nothing wrong with the threads in here.
So
They're fine.
that means we are a go for reassembly, which is
That's what happened, Ethan. It backed out because only that tiny bit of threads got destroyed. It backed out and then
pulled itself.
And then it every time you put it in forward, it was going boom. Every time you put it in reverse, it was the flange was just until finally it was done.
Remember, kids, be better at things than me.
We're in Charleston, South Carolina, and I thought that was pretty cool. There's all these willow trees and such. I'm not in the middle of the road right now. Very old town. Pretty cool. Look at this, we've got a full-blown frat house coming up.
Take a left on Cumming Street, then in 200 feet, take a right on Montague Street.
What do you think of Charleston?
In 150 feet, take a right on Montague Street.
Not as warm as I wanted to be.
Take a right on Montague Street.
And I got some extra Chinese food for later.
All right, team, it is reassembly time. Time I traded out the sweatpants for work pants. Got my working hat on, which is my captain's hat, but today it's serving double duty. As you saw, we were able to free the bolt from the output shaft assembly. We ran into a fan of Gus's, recognized him in Charleston here, and he turned out to be an old family friend from my childhood, and so he was super helpful and did some chauffeuring for us. Let us borrow his car so I could get all my supplies, brought Gus to the airport. Fletcher, thank you so much. Let's see what we're working with for reassembly here. Output shaft, our output gear assembly, output flange here. These are the forward and reverse gear packs. As always, on this trip, my bilge is a mess. So essentially those three holes, this is the main output shaft. One of these each for the forward and reverse gear assemblies. The tricky part about this whole process is this weighs probably 15 pounds. This is another solid 20. And same there. The housing cover is probably a solid 30. And those, obviously I did not pull my transmission, and the whole thing is mounted at an angle. So I need to get all three gear assemblies meshed and pulled up in, obviously not the best access here from the middle. I'm gonna use a ratchet strap, I think, to help me with that. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure everything going inside is good and clean. And hopefully everything will go together smooth and we will be back in action before Gus gets back. So for those who might be curious, the transmissions are twin disc MG 506s. This seal right here is the one that started this whole mess back in
back in Portland, when we went to change the seal, that was a whole mess. We were worried that when this dropped out, it mangled the seal. So I ordered a new one to Gus's parents' house. He's gonna get it when he's there. But as it turns out, this thing made it out alive. So I'm gonna go ahead with reassembly. I will disclose that I'm not a professional mechanic by any means. No training, really minimal experience, stuff like this. I'm just some idiot who bought a boat and has a twin disc manual, so we're gonna make it work. This one had the piece of tape that said outside on it. Not meant to be assembled like this. Oh yeah, we are cooking with gas. Just like that, the hard part is done. Click, click, click. All right, all right. All the bolts are on. Uh-huh. Those gears are meshed. This little bastard seals the splines. So we need to make sure that is properly placed. And for the final part of my trick, I'm gonna fire the motor up and see if this transmission makes spin. One of those moments where I really wish I had an engine room that looked like Gus's, both in space and cleanliness, but I'm sure there are plenty out there who can sympathize with my Detroit struggle. I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. Let's see how it goes. Tranny's holding pressure. Fluid level looks good. Moment of truth. Hell yeah! Well, we're gonna see trial. Let's hope she holds.